Hello, small groups. Casey Phillips here, Director of Evangelization and Coordinator of our small groups, here with another Sunday Gospel reflection. This week we'll be reflecting on Jesus as the Good Shepherd. And so this Gospel comes from the Gospel according to St. John. Jesus said, "I am the Good Shepherd. A good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. A hired man who is not a shepherd and whose sheep are not his own sees a wolf coming and leaves the sheep and runs away. And the wolf catches and scatters them. This is because he works for pay and has no concern for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and I know mine, and mine know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I will lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold. These also I must lead, and they will hear my voice. And there will be one flock, one shepherd. This is why the Father loves me, because I lay down my life in order to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own. I have power to lay it down and power to take it up again. This command I have received from my Father." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. I found a reflection, it was actually a homily by St. Gregory the Great, one of our previous popes, and in this homily that he's making it, and it seems like to other bishops, and he's reflecting on this passage of the Good Shepherd. He says, "Ask yourselves whether you belong to his flock, whether you know him, whether the light of his truth shines in your minds. I assure you that it is not by faith that you will come to know him, but by love. Not by mere conviction, but by action." John the Evangelist is my authority for this statement. He tells us that anyone who claims to know God without keeping his commands or commandments is a liar. It was interesting, and of course this is often a flashpoint between Protestants and Catholics. You think it's faith and works, and that you have to bootstrap your way to heaven. It's just about faith. And I think St. Gregory the Great, all the way back, he was this was given at around 1129 to 1130, if you can imagine that. But he kind of gives us a kind of good. He says, not by faith that you would come to know him, but by love, not by mere conviction. And so it's not to negate faith. I think what he's saying is a faith, if it's a faith that is just merely intellectual, just a consent to something, but it's a faith working itself out through love. And so that's a powerful question that we can ask ourselves this week and maybe have a discussion about in our groups. Ask yourselves whether you belong to his flock, whether you know him, whether the light of his truth shines in your minds, and whether or not we are responding to the call, right? His call, his voice, the Good Shepherd's voice. And what is he calling us to? He's calling us to those good works, to putting our faith and trust in him and seeing that faith bear fruit. And so are we doing that? Or do we know his voice, and are we responding to that? So we keep that before us this week as we reflect. The Parish Connection this month for April, we're reflecting on gratitude. We're continuing to do that. With the Stewardship Council, they have the Gratitude Project that's up with the Post-it notes. So what are some concrete ways that we can express our gratitude to God this Easter? So that's really what we're going to be focusing on. Maybe have a discussion about that in your groups this week. So may God bless you all, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for being a part of our small group community here at the Cathedral of Christ the King. If you liked that video, be sure you stick around for those discussion questions and share it with someone who might be interested in joining our community here at the Cathedral. May God bless you all.